Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Hearthstone beta. Since I can't get back into the arena because I only have 80 gold, I've come up with this another thing to do. This is something I like to call non-constructive construction. Now, you see that's an oxymoron, right? How can you have construction that's non-constructive? All right, so how this is going to work is we're going to build a new deck. And let's pick. I'm going to pick Mage, just because I have daily quests to do with Mage, and you see they can, you can get the game to suggest a card for you. So when you suggest a card, it comes up like this. It's very similar to draft form of the arena. Now we're gonna do it this way, and we're gonna just have the game constructive for us, which is why it's non-constructive. But we're playing it in ranked mode, which is constructive, if that makes any sense. Alright, so let's go. Mirror image, very good one. It's very similar. It's actually very similar to the wolves of the shaman, except it doesn't have any attack and does not overload and only one cost. So it's a very solid card. Arcane Intellect. It's a 3 cost for a 2 card draw, and we have a Blizzard. Which is AoE damage and a control, but it's 5 cost. It's a little high for my liking, but Blizzard is very, very good in some situations. So I'll take a Blizzard. Arcane Explosion, deal 1 damage to all enemy minions. It's a 2 cost. It's a pretty decent card. It's really good when you pair it up with a spell damage, right? So you do 2 damage or 3 damage to all characters, all minions, all enemy minions. So this could be a very good card. Sorcerer Apprentice synergizes well with mages because, well, it is a mage card after all. But if you're running a very spell heavy deck, Sorcerer Apprentice is very good. Ice Barrier, I don't think it's very good because it gives you 8 armor. I mean, it's like an 8 heal, but it's armor. Yeah, it's, you know how I feel about heals and armors, so we're not going to take that with the Apprentice. Frostbolt, deal 3 damage and freeze. I think it's the best mage card, okay? Other than, of course, Power Blast. But the best mage card is probably Frostbolt. It can remove a lot of the early game minions, and no problem. And in the late game, it still deals good damage and provides good control. Sorcerer Apprentice we talked about, and Arcane Intellect we talked about. So we're going to take a Frostbolt. The Mana Worm synergizes well with the rest of the mage cards. Ice Barrier we talked about. Frostbolt we talked about. Since Frostbolt is such a good card, I want to have 2 of them. Arcane Intellect, Mirror Image, Flame Strike. We've talked about these 2, and Flame Strike. And I think every deck should every mage deck should at least have 1. It's solid form of removal. Despite its high cost. Okay, 4 damage to all minions, pretty much destroys 90% of the minions you're going to be dealing with. So, take Flame Strike. Ice Bear, Cone of Cold, Fireball. Ice Bear, we talked about. Cone of Cold, essentially a control, really, because it only does 1 damage. But if you pair it up with spell damage, it could be really good, but I can't guarantee that I'm going to draft a spell damage. So, I'm going to take the reliable Fireball. Ice Bear, Mirror Image, Arcane Intellect. I don't want you, Ice Bear. Stop showing up. Mirror Image and Arcane Intellect. Out of these 2, I'm going to pick the Mirror Image just because I don't like having card draw without a minion. So like I could just use minions that have card draw, right? I'd rather use that, right? And it's also a 3 cost. It's not entirely cheap either for 2 cards. So we're going to take the Mirror Image. Frost Nova, Flame Strike, Ethereal Arcanist. Again, the Arcanist is very situational. Like if you're building a secret heavy deck, this is the card for you. But I'm drafting this by using the suggest button, so I cannot guarantee that. And I don't think I even have any of the. Oh, I have some, but I don't have any of the expert set secrets. So we're not gonna be taking the Arcanist. Flame Strike, even though it's a very good card. I don't think you can need 2 of them. Frost Nova, very good control, and it's also a gold card, and it looks very cool. So we're gonna take Frost Nova. Arcane Missile, Flame Strike, Ice Barrier. Oh, this is one of the secrets I was talking about. Ice Barrier, stop coming up. I don't want you. Get out of here. Flame Strike, we don't want more than one. I think one is more than enough. Arcane Missiles, very solid card. RNG could work very well in your favor, and it could also not be very in your favor. So we'd take that. So we have Mirror Image, Flame Strike, Polymorph. Mirror Image, we already have one. Flame Strike, already have one. Polymorph, very good crowd control, right? And also synergizes as well with your hero power, Fire Blast. So you can get rid of it instantly. So let's get rid of let's get Polymorph. Sorcerer Apprentice, we already have one. Synergize as well with mage cards. Polymorph, again, a very good card. I think I might take it. Ice Barrier, get out of here. We'll take a Polymorph. We have Mana Worm. We have no Mana Worms this game, as of right now. So we Mana Worm, Flame Strike, Arcane Missiles. I'll take a Mana Worm just because I already have one Arcane Missiles and I already have Flame Strike. Another Mana Worm. Shield Bearer and Stone Tusk Boar. So Shield Bearer, even though it's gold, I mean, like, oh, it doesn't even, it's not even animated. So, oh, get on that, Blizzard. Shield Bearer, even it's one cost, it's just a taunt wall. It doesn't trade or anything. It just sits there and takes damage. I mean, what a little bitch. I mean, fight back or something. Right. Stone Tusk Boar, not good at all. 1/1 charge. What are you gonna hit? You run into anything, you die. So that's not very good. We're gonna take a Mana Worm. At least that synergizes with the rest of my my spells. Arcane Intellect. You know how I feel about that. Harvest Golem, Mind Control Tech. Harvest Golem. You're essentially getting a 4/4 for 3, which is very good. It's also very annoying to deal with. You get rid of the Harvest Golem, now you have to deal with a Damage Golem. So it's very good. Mind Control Tech. Very RNG. In fact, that is RNG. It could work very well in your favor. It could also screw you over. But you know what? If it works in your favor, it could change games. Okay, it could turn the tables or turn the tide or however you want to say it. But for all situations, I'm gonna take the Harvest Golem. Raid Leader, Scarlet Crusader, Jungle Panther. Raid Leader is a decent card, has a decent effect, right? It could be really good if you're doing a rushdown. Scarlet Crusader, 3/1 Divine Shield. I mean, it's a great card. It almost guarantees a 2-for-1, a 2 card for 1 card trade. And then the Jungle Panther, which is another good form of removal. I like to say it's removal because I almost use it for removal because it has such low health. There's no way it could stay alive. So it's essentially for trading and removing. So I'm going to take a Scarlet Crusader just because it's good value. Jungle Panther comes up again. Scarlet Crusader comes up again. Cone of Cold. It is a control, right? 1 damage. So I don't think that's not really removal. But the freeze is control. So you freeze potentially 3 minions, up to 3 minions. It's not bad. It's good if you can pair it up with spell damage, but I don't have any spell damage yet, so I'm going to take the Scarlet Crusader. Frostwolf Warlord, Gurubashi Berserker, Dark Scale Healer. Frostwolf Warlord, really good for if you're running a Murloc deck where you have lots of minions and then you drop the Frostwolf Warlord and now it's really beefy. You know, it could be 9/9, right? But in my case, I don't have any right now, so I'm not going to take it. Gurubashi Berserker, very, very, very good. And especially good versus on a mage because you could trigger the effect by yourself, right? You don't have to rely on somebody else to trigger it. So that's very good. Dark Scale Healer, restore 2 health. Not useful. Not useful. Even stat-wise, not so good. I mean, like, for 5 costs, I could get the, Strike with the Tiger, and that's a 5/5 for the same cost, right? So I'm not going to take this. I'm going to take the Gurubashi Berserker. Lord of the Arena. Frost Elemental, Boulder Fist Ogre. Okay, so Lord of the Arena, solid. I think it's a solid card, despite the fact of being an offensive taunt, because the 5 health, it's like an awkward amount, so it can't get removed that easily. It still can, but not that easily, right? It usually trades 2-for-1. Frost Elemental, very good for lock for control, right? And the Boulderface Ogre, which is just solid overall card, or overall minion. I don't have any taunts right now, so I'm going to take Lord of the Arena. Elven Archer, deal 1 damage. Interesting. Could, you know, potentially trade. Well, the effect could trade well, right? The opponent plays a 2-1, you use the effect to get rid of it. It trades well in that sense. Injured Blade Master sets up for some very interesting plays. You're getting a 4/3 for 3 cost, which is decent. And its ability to open up for, you know, different plays. And then the Ravenhole Assassin, which is very solid. It's a solid card overall. For this, let's see. It doesn't tell me my mana curve, so I'm gonna take the Ravenhole Assassin just for the late game. Let's see here. We have the War Golem, Archmage, Mana Wrath, or Wraith. I can never get it right. War Golem, 7 for 7, solid card overall. Archmage, spell damage, works well with rest of my mage cards. And then the Mana Wraith, which is really good for messing up momentum. Could really, you know, screw things up for the opponent. But for a more reliable card, we're going to take the Archmage. Not to mention that it has good stats. I mean, for 7, for 6, it's great stats. I mean, the awkward 7 health, it's going to take quite a bit to take down. And that means I'll get to utilize the spell damage more often. So we'll take that. Tauren Warrior, Nightblade, Wisp. Okay, the Wisp. Useless card. Okay, even though it's a 0 cost, 1/1, anything get rid of it, it has no effect. It doesn't charge, it doesn't have Wind Fury, absolutely nothing. It is absolutely useless. It just takes up a card in your deck. It is useless. Nightblade, deal 3 damage to enemy hero. I don't think it's worth worth the time, worth the cost, right? And it's also a 4/4. For 5 cost, you can do better. So Nightblade, no. Tauren Warrior, as much as I've ripped on it, I still don't like it. But in a mage deck, it has potential because the mage could trigger it herself. Okay, none of the I think the warrior class can too. But the Tauren Warrior, out of these 3, I'll take the Tauren Warrior. We have Novice Engineer, Strangled Tiger, Oasis Snapjaw. Novice Engineer, it is for card draw. Let's see, I do not have any card draw right now. I might take it. Strangle the Tiger, overall, very, very, very good card, right? 5/5 for 5 and stealth, yes. Very good card. Oasis Snapjaw, very good for hunters, not so good for anybody else. Actually, it could be very good for, say a druid, because you could buff it up, give a taunt, right? Now it'd be a very good taunt one. I don't have any card draw, so I'm going to take the Novice Engineer. Oh, they're giving us lots of spell power this time. Questing Adventurer, Ogre Magi, Archmage. This Questing Adventurer could roll out of control really quickly, but does not synergize with the cards that I currently have. Ogre Magi, very good. I mean, solid card, right? 4/4 for 4, very solid. And then the Archmage, which we already have one already, so... since the Questing Adventure doesn't synergize very well with the rest of my deck, I'm going to take the Ogre Magi. Young Dragonhawk, Direwolf Alpha, Razorfen Hunter. The Young Dragonhawk is not very good because it doesn't charge, it can't do anything right away. It's most likely going to get taken out immediately before it can do anything. Direwolf Alpha, pretty good overall card. I mean, good buffs, good stats. Good card overall. The Razorfen Hunter, you get 2 minions for the cost of 1, and you're essentially getting a 3/4 for 3, which is pretty value. So let's take the Razorfen Hunter. Archmage again, Boulderfish Soldier, and Ogre, and the Young Dragonhawk again. We already have an Archmage. Boulderfish Ogre, overall good card. I think I could use that for some more late game punch, so we'll take that. Mana Wraith, Lord of the Arena, and Jungle Panther. As much as I want to take this, I'm not, just because I think I have a lot of low cost turns. It doesn't show me my mana curve right now, so I'm gonna just say no to that. Lord of the Arena, we already have one, and we also have plenty of late game hitters. So we're gonna take a Jungle Panther because it's a 3 cost. So now we have an Arcane Explosion. Do I have one? I do not have an Arcane Explosion. Dalaran Mage. And a Shadowstone Cleric. Arcane Explosion, I think I mentioned this before, it's a pretty good spell. But if you compare it with spell damage, it becomes a very great spell. Because just because 1 damage doesn't exactly remove anybody, it just kind of tickles everybody. Yeah. Dalaran Mage used to be good, got nerfed. Now it's a 1/4 instead of 2/4. 1/4, it's still decent. It still takes a while to get rid of in the early game, so it's not bad. But the Shadowstone Cleric, 3/3 for 3, and gives a buff. It's a very good card. So out of these, but I do want to take Arcane Explosion because I have quite a few spell damage. So I'm gonna take Arcane Explosion. Mind Control deck, Silverhand Knight, Kobold Geomancer. They are really giving us the spell damage this time. Mind Control tech, RNG could potentially turn the tables, turn games around, but could also be useless. Silverhand Knight, overall good card because you're getting a 6/6 for 5 cost. Also increase your minion count, right? And that's how useful in many ways. Kobold Geomancer, it's early spell damage, but you could also get rid of it really early. So I find it really unreliable. I'm gonna take the Silverhand Knight. I also already have 2 spell powers, so I think that's more than enough. Sorcerer Apprentice, Questing Adventure, Priestess of Elune. You know how I feel about healing, especially the Priestess of Elune for 6 costs, only giving a 5/4. No, not value. I don't like it. Questing Adventure could be good. It could roll, really roll out of control. So let's not do the Questing Adventure just because it doesn't. I don't feel like it synergizes well. I mean, it could work really well with a rogue deck where you play lots of cards. So, but I'm a mage, so I don't think I'll be playing Questing Adventure. Let's take the Sorcerer Apprentice just to synergize with the rest of our cards. Ogre Magi, Silverhand Knight, River Cockless. River Cockless is a very solid minion, the 2/3 for a 2 cost. At turn 2, it's very hard to get rid of a 3 health minion, unless you toss out some very big removal like Frostbolt. Which in that case, it's very worth it to sacrifice a River Cockless for a Frostbolt. Let's see here. Silverhand Knight or the Ogre Magi. I like the Silverhand Knight. I almost swear by it. I would always take a Silverhand Knight when I see it. But compared to the Ogre Magi, I could use more spell power. But you know what? No, we're going to take a Silverhand Knight. So there we go. There's our 30/30. Let's name this Non-constructive. Non-constructive. Alright, let's take it out for a spin. Alright, non-constructive. We're going to play it in ranked. And you can see I'm gold. So we'll be getting some pretty decent players, I hope. Let's see where this deck can take us. So we're also going to be doing this in a very similar fashion to Arena, where either 9 wins or 3 losses. And I'll be recording off the side my wins and losses, so we can keep track of that, since the game doesn't do that for us, since this is not Arena.
I will fight with honor.
Our first opponent is a Paladin, and you know what? This is a very good starting hand, right? We can play these two turn 2. We also have the coin. We also have some control in case we place anything big and scary later on, and we also got minion count. Raise a Phantom gives us 2 minions, very valuable. I'm gonna keep it. No mulligans. We also get the coin. And it's a mage versus a paladin in Stranglethorn. Yeah, I think it's Stranglethorn. I almost said Veil. Oh, I could have turned one. Oh, I was thinking.
It's time for a little blood.
Oh, that's not good. Well, at least now he's forced to trade me. So, let's play this.
Just like you.
So, he's gonna have to trade him for mine. Although I think he gets more value out of it. Oh, well now he's got a Divine Shield, so now he's definitely get value out of it. Screw you, Divine Shield. Now I've messed myself up, but now I have to Frostbolt it. I'm not gonna coin because there's nothing else I can play. Oh, I could play Novice Engineer, but what's the point?
We must cleanse the Sunwell.
Now we have 2 3/3s to take care of. Ooh, a Harvest Golem. Let's get some card draw first. Let's see what we get. Frost Nova. Alright, we're gonna coin and let's do the boar.
Don't mess with Tusker. Job's done.
I could have done the Harvest Golem too, but it seems, you know, getting more minions is a little bit better. Consecration takes out both 2 of my minions, keeps the hunter alive. Oh, this is not looking good. Arcane Missiles is not going to do me any good. Let's see here. I could Blizzard first and then Arcane Missiles next turn. So let's Blizzard. We are just trading AoEs. Yeah, suck steel. I imagine that to be very unpleasant, just like chewing tinfoil.
My shield for Argus.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Arcane Missiles is not going to do any good in this situation. Alright, let's just get minions out. So, ooh, I could play Frost Nova. Oh, there it is. It's delayed. So that you can't attack until next turn, which I Flame Strike them. I'll play the Torn Warrior. I'll save the Arcane Missiles. Next turn, please play more minions. Let me Flame Strike you. Oh, another minion.
Reporting for duty.
One more, come on. Aww. Well, New Owl Roar Ann. I'm very sorry.
I'm sorry.
Bah! Flame Strike.
Sucks. Well met.
Yes, well met. I think you meant well played, but well met.
Don't mess with Tusker. Don't mess
Whoa,
with Tusker.
double.
It's
Whoa,
time
what is
for
going
a
on
little
here?
blood.
Okay, so I can synergize it well with Mana Worm into Arcane Missiles. Pew, pew, pew. Oh, well, that didn't do any good.
Sucks.
Well, trade that so that doesn't live. We'll play the Crusader. Whatever, let's just toss out everything. Let's see, he'll have to toss out 2 to get rid of it. Oh well, let's hit him for 2. I'll let him deal with it. You can see here, I'm not playing as seriously as I could be, because you know what, this is not arena. It doesn't really matter. This is more for fun.
We must cleanse the Sunwell.
But this guy's a tryhard. Look at him go. Look at him go. What a tryhard. Dude, there you go. He traded 2 for 1. Another ooze. What is going on here? Alright, let's play the Magi. Let's ping that. And let's hit him. We are 1919. But he has minions. And lots of them. Oh, we're rushing down. He's playing a rush down. Oh no, I'm down to 9. Ravenhold Assassin. He has a stealth. I also have a stealth. Hell. So I have to trade now. Ping that. Hopefully he doesn't draw any weapons. Or like Hammer Wrath or something. He can only deal 7 damage this turn. So uh-oh. Uh-oh. We're pushing it awfully close. Oh, I got double polymorph. So let's polymorph that. Knock that off. And I'm not gonna risk him like buffing it up, so I'm gonna kill him. Oh, am I gonna hold on with 2 health? If you play anything, I'm gonna polymorph you. Okay.
Reporting for duty.
Oh, it's a secret. Oh, Equity, equality, equity. What am I talking about? Alright, let's play the Jungle Panther. Let's see what kind of secret it is. It's probably redemption. Oh, it's redemption.
Reporting for duty.
I don't want to sacrifice my 7 attack for it. I'm gonna hit him for 7. He's gonna have to trade me. Oh, I'm holding out with 2 HP!
Reporting for duty.
Out comes the reinforce. Oh, the Crocolisk. Oh god.
Are you ready for this?
Have to ping that off. Knock out the Crocolisk. Oh, this is so close. We're both top decking.
Well played.
Oh, he pulls the true silver champion. Thank you and well played. Ah, come on, let me well play you. Well played. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. This was non-constructive construction. I can see it could potentially be very funny. It could also be very... It could also turn very good. Well, we'll see. That's 1 loss. That's a 0-1. And if you could, you know, subscribe, like, comment, any kind of feedback would be the best. And I'll see you guys next time.